Hello everyone, this is Tim, and this is kind of a contemplative video, I think. At times in my RPG career, or hobby, or whatever you want to call it, my obsession probably more likely, there have been times when I've almost been scared that I was falling away, or that I was not really enjoying it, or that it really wasn't meeting my expectations, or that there were lots of things that I just didn't like about the hobby in general, just role playing in general. And for someone that spends a lot of time talking about RPGs, doing videos about RPGs, posting on RPG forums, the idea of not, it's hard to put into words, the idea of not enjoying them anymore is kind of a scary concept. Like, what would I do if I didn't spend all this time playing games, talking about games, making my own games, making my own settings, etc.? Have you ever thought that one day you might not enjoy RPGs anymore? It obviously happens because a lot of the people that I used to play with don't play anymore. They grew up or moved on or whatever reason they gave. Maybe they thought it was silly after a while, and it was more, just for kids. And sometimes I wonder, why haven't I moved on? I mean, I still really enjoy them. There are, even in the periods of time when I'm really burned out or I'm very frustrated with bad players or I really feel used and abused and kind of taken for granted, there's always been something that brings me back. Something even just about the theory of RPGs or the settings themselves. There's always something that has brought me back into the hobby. I think I started thinking about this because there was a period in time when I really got burned out on a game, and that game was Dungeons and Dragons. I'm not really going to go into the edition or anything. It's just there was a period of time when I really didn't want to play that game anymore, and there was other reasons why I had to leave the group. My work schedule changed, etc. But there was a period in time when I wasn't sure if I was coming back. That I wasn't sure if I'd play again. I wasn't sure if I'd run again. And that really was the gist of it mostly, I think, is that I really didn't like running it. I didn't like to be taken advantage of. I didn't like that there were players that never ran at all, ever. Even when I would put it on the table that, I didn't enjoy all the preparation that needed to be put on the table at times. So have you ever thought that you're going to burn out one day to the point that you're never coming back, that you're never going to run or play again? Like I said, it happens to people. People have, they have like a phase in their life when they play RPGs and then they don't. Does that thought scare you? Maybe scare is too much of a word, but I think it scares me sometimes. I'll tend to bite off more than I can chew at times. I'll spread myself too thin, and I don't know. I guess in some way, I guess that's kind of self-abuse, where I'll say I'll run, games online. I've run several play-by-post games, for instance, and I'm down to one play-by-post game, so I'm doing good as far as that is concerned right now. I'm sorry. I'm running one play-by-post game, and I'm playing in another one. I'm actually playing in one of the games I originally ran, which is kind of interesting. That's the first time that's ever happened. But I'm kind of contemplative today, and I was just wondering if the thought of falling away from RPGs has ever popped into your head, Or maybe you have had a period of time when you didn't play any RPGs at all. And do they correlate? I know a lot of people stop playing because they don't have any other options. They have gone away to school and they don't know anybody that plays. For me, that was the case. Went to school up in Wisconsin for a year, and I really couldn't find anybody to game with, so I just didn't. It wasn't that I didn't want to, it's just that I couldn't find the means to actually do it and couldn't find the people. But this is more about excluding yourself, where there is gaming in your area, and you choose to abstain from it for whatever reason. The love has gone cold. The burning fire that used to be in your heart is extinguished. I'm sure you could phrase that in different ways, but I think you know what I'm talking about. Has the love for RPGs always been constant, or is it more like any other sort of a relationship where there's highs and there's lows and there's really good campaigns and then there's ones that you look back and you grit your teeth? They might even be campaigns that you ran and you're like, man, I don't know what I was thinking. I don't know why I made that rolling, or I guess it's like RPG regret. I don't know. But yeah, have you ever thought that you're falling away from the hobby? And I don't know, what do you think of those thoughts? Maybe you don't even play anymore. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. I'll talk to you later.